Hello, I'm Rob Phillips. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a 30-minute alignment flow sequence that's designed around heart opening, shoulder opening, and back bending in general. You won't need any special props, but if you do have any lying around, you may find them helpful perhaps at some point in the sequence. Once you're ready to go here, we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. So a comfortable seat is any posture that allows you to sit relatively still for these first few minutes. So that can be cross-legged, kneeling, or otherwise, but take your time to find that position, and once you're there, close the eyes. And with your eyes closed, we'll take just a few minutes to really arrive here, to really land into our practice for today. So start simply by noticing how you're feeling right here in this moment. Feel a sense of your body, feel a sense of your breath. Really open up to all the possibilities that may arise. And know that there's no right or wrong answer for what your experience is. Simply just allow yourself to be with that experience, whatever form it may be taking. So this act of noticing, this act of tuning in is what informs our yoga practice. The more we really do tune in, the more we really do observe, the better decisions we might be able to make as we work through. So starting out here, just take a few more moments and be here. Notice what your experience is, witness and connect with that. And then letting your first specific intention be to slightly deepen your breath. So gentle deepening of the breath in and out through the nose so that each time that you inhale, you'll feel a bit of rise, you'll feel a bit of expansion. Each time that you exhale, you'll feel a sense of softening, sense of letting go. That pattern of breath is what's going to drive us and create the rhythm of the practice as we start to flow in just a few moments. So to that end, with that idea in mind here, take maybe 3 or 4 more breaths and just start to feel the breath energy build a little bit, start to feel a slight increase in the volume of air with each cycle. And then here now, take a final gentle inhale breath through the nose. Gentle exhale breath out your mouth. Lower the chin down and slowly open your eyes. From here, we'll get officially started on hands and knees, coming into tabletop. So here, as you come up into tabletop, set up in such a way that you have a nice wide spread all the way through the fingertips, anchoring the wrists right beneath the shoulders and your knees right beneath the hips. Here, we'll get into cat and cow's breath. So as you inhale, we'll lift the heart, drawing the shoulder blades together and point the tailbone up. As you exhale, press the floor, round and reverse the other way. Again, now inhaling, drawing forwards, expanding. Exhaling, pressing back and reversing. Start to move now through this pattern on your own breath at your own tempo. Listen to the rhythm of your body. You might go slightly faster, slightly slower than what I've demoed here. No specific tempo at this point in time, just kind of moving naturally. Now, as I mentioned, this is a heart-opening kind of spinal-focused sequence, so really feel how the spine moves here, really feel how the shoulder blades articulate in and out as you flow through. Start to feel a bit of rhythm in the breath, and let that rhythm get more and more steady. Inhales and exhales should be pretty much the same length as one another. Finish up a final round right here, and then make your way back into a tabletop. Now from your tabletop, setting up for a first downward facing dog. So hands about shoulders width apart, plant the palms down, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing shape. So let your first intention be to really engage the arms as you press the hands into the floor. That activation will help you to lift the hips higher, will help you to create more length through the spine. I'd encourage you to visualize lengthening from the tip of your tailbone all the way through the back, all the way through the neck to the crown of the head. That spinal lengthening in our downward dog, really important, especially when we're going to do a lot of back bending, a lot of spinal work as we are today. You can have a soft bend at the knees, no need to overly straighten here. Kind of just notice how that feels for you right now. To take a long inhale, a long exhale here. With your next inhale breath, float your right leg high into a three-legged dog. And now as you exhale, draw that right knee forward, step the foot between the hands, and lower your left knee down to the floor, maybe onto a blanket if you have one. Feel the legs engage, and inhale, reach up through the fingertips, coming into a low crescent lunge. So in this low crescent lunge, feel the legs activate. You're pressing down through the sole of the right foot, feeling a bit as though you're pulling that right heel back. You're also pressing down through the top of the left foot and feeling a bit as though you're drawing that left knee into the center of your mat. So from that solid base, we now activate through the upper body. Reach through the fingertips, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and begin to lean back, offering your heart up to the ceiling. Inhale and rise up. Exhale and squeeze. Ring it through. We'll do one more. We'll inhale to rise up. Exhale, squeeze, ring it through. Now interlace your hands at the low back. Gently draw the shoulder blades together as you offer your heart to the ceiling, finding a lunging back bend. As you hold here, feel the breath move so that each inhale you're expanding. Each exhale you might be softening, you might be settling a little bit more into that lunge. Here now to transition. Inhale, lift back vertical. Exhale, lower the hands down and press straight back. Downward facing dog. Land there for a breath or two. Feel the body come back to baseline. Reconnect with the breath and awareness in general. We'll of course want to do the second half too. So as you inhale, float your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale to draw that knee forward, step the foot up and lower your right knee down to the floor, possibly to a blanket. With the legs engaged, inhale, rise up through fingertips. Feel that foundation. Again, sole of the left foot roots into the floor, and it should feel like you're trying to pull that left heel back. Top of the right leg anchors into the floor, and it should feel as though you're trying to draw the right knee forwards. From that solid base, the upper body gets light, and let's do those shoulder rolls again. Deep inhale breath right here. Exhale, squeeze, ring it all through, and lean back. Inhale to rise up. Exhale and squeeze, release. We'll do one more, inhaling up. Exhaling, squeeze, ring it on down. Now clasp your hands, but have your other index finger on top. Drawing the shoulder blades together, offering the heart up to the ceiling, finding that lunging, back bending shape. Note how with each inhale, the energy rises and expands. With each exhale, feel the ground beneath you. Feel yourself settle a little bit more into this lunge. From here now, we'll inhale and rise up. Exhale, release the hands to the floor and press yourself straight back. Downward facing dog. Why don't we reset our breath here, taking a deep inhale breath through the nose. A long exhale breath out our mouth. Moving from here as you inhale, shoulders come forwards into high plank. Now feel your arms engage, feel the legs engage, extending back to the heels. Take a nice deep inhale breath right there. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Rest here on your belly. Settle for just a few seconds. Good. Now from here on your belly, you're going to set up for Shavasana, Locust Pose. Reaching back and extending through the fingertips, planting the palms down into the earth, planting the tops of the feet down into the earth. From here, slowly inhale, feel the ribs and chest rise. Feel the arms rise, hovering a bit like airplane wings so that the shoulder blades draw together so that you feel that opening across the front of the chest. And I recommend just looking down towards the floor here. No need to crank the neck, no need to lift the chin. And for this first round, we're going to keep the feet on the floor, nice and rooted. From here, you'll take one more deep inhale breath. Slow exhale, lower down. Moving the hands by the shoulders and press the hips back. Child's pose. Feel the spine round and release. Feel that decompression into the shoulders and into the lower back. From there, shift your weight slightly forward, plant the palms down, and tuck the toes under as you exhale, lifting the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. There, you'll take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale. Take one more inhale, press yourself even taller. Looking forwards, exhale, step, or maybe lightly hop, feet to the hands at the top of your mat. From there, inhale and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, and lower yourself down. Rising up, inhale, arms to the sky, look up. And exhale, stand tall, arms at your side, and settle right there for a few moments. Feel the feet on the floor, and from that foundation, allow your spine to lift taller, all the way up through the crown of the head. Here now we're going to do 2 rounds of a kind of non-traditional sun salutation pattern. We're going to do that locust pose as opposed to a cobra or an upward dog as our main back bend. So follow along with me. Here you'll figure out the pattern, I think, pretty quick. So starting at the top, inhale, reach up, look up and expand. Exhale, fold, release yourself down. Lift up halfway as you inhale. Hands on the mat, exhale, step back, plank pose. Take your deep inhale breath right there, and now exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. On the floor, reach back through the hands, just as you did a minute ago, set up Shavasana. Inhale, lift through the heart, lift through the arms, and this time lift through the legs, come into the full pose. Now in the Shavasana, you're not trying to lift up super high, you're reaching back and making space through the front of the body, through the heart, feeling that natural curvature in the spine and feeling the breath get gradually stronger from these more dynamic movements we're moving through. Now stick with me for the transition. You're going to take one more inhale here. As you exhale, hands to the low ribs, tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale through a brief cobra pose. Now exhale, press the hands, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. We'll take about 5 breaths here. So as I said when we were here a little while ago, down dog can be a place to neutralize the spine, to decompress. So feel just that here, that lengthening, that space, as the breath gets gradually deeper, as the poses get gradually stronger. Here now you'll take one more inhale, pressing yourself even taller, looking forwards as you exhale, step or lightly float your feet to the front. From there, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, lower it down. Rise up, inhale, arms to the sky and look up. Stand tall, exhale with arms at your side. We'll do one more round of that same pattern. Inhale, reach up and expand. Exhale, fold and release. Halfway lift as you inhale. Step back, plank pose. As you exhale, feel the shape. Take a nice deep inhale. On your exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Reach back through arms, reach back through legs, and inhaling, hovering, salabasana. Both arms rise, both legs rise, resting on your hip bones. Feel the expansion and contraction of your breath. Notice, as always, what it's like to be here in this experience. Now we'll do that same transition we did before. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, the hands by the low ribs, feet on the floor. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe there for a few moments. Feel that sense of lift. Feel that sense of decompression through the spine, and feel that extra sense of opening through the shoulders that we've built from our sequence so far. From here, we're going to do a bit of lunging work, so please take a deep inhale breath through your nose. Big exhale breath out your mouth. Building now with your next inhale breath, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee to the nose. Round and take a deep inhale breath there. As you exhale, step that foot up between the hands and find runner's lunge. So fingertips on the floor, framing that front foot. Back toes are tucked under, and that leg is strong, extending all the way from the heel forwards through to the crown of the head. Building from here into a twist, plant your left hand down beneath the shoulder. As you inhale, open your right arm high towards the sky. Feel wide and expansive across the chest and the shoulders. Feel strong and rooted through both feet, connecting into your mat. With each inhale breath, maybe feel even more expansion. With each exhale breath, maybe feel a bit of rotation. Take a final deep inhale breath right here. Exhale and lower that top hand down. Now from this foundation, feel the legs activate. Both feet root down that much more into the floor. Lift your gaze, look somewhat forwards and in front. With a big inhale breath, the arms raise high. High crescent lunge. Even though the arms are engaged here, can you stay soft and relax across the shoulders and the upper back? Feel that solid foundation of the legs anchoring into the floor. Now onto this pattern, or onto this foundation rather, we're going to move through a familiar pattern. Take a big inhale breath right here. And as you exhale, bend the elbow, squeeze, ring it through, and come into class stance. From here, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale up into your chest. And now exhale, fold forwards. Rest the belly on the thigh for humble crescent lunge. Now the pose is called humble because we are bowing, but there's not so much humble about it. It takes a good bit of work. Keep the legs strong and let that release in the shoulders be gradual. No need to crank, no need to overdo any of this. Now the good thing is to get out from here, we're already pretty close to the floor. So with your next inhale breath, just lift up a bit and lower the hands down. As you exhale, feel the hands all the way on the floor. Deep inhale breath right there. And as you exhale, make your way back to down dog. You could do a traditional vinyasa on your way there, or maybe just press to down dog straight away like I did. Either case, feel the pose when you arrive. Tune into the body, tune in to the breath there. We'll of course want to do this for the second side too. So with your next inhale breath, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your left knee to the nose, round and take another deep inhale breath there. As you exhale, step that foot up. Runner's lunge, second half. Now again, you're super strong through the legs, long from that right heel to the hip. Root down through the sole of the left foot and even feel a bit as though you're drawing that heel back to activate your hamstring. With a solid foundation in the lower body, we'll sit up again for a nice deep twist. Plant your right hand down beneath the shoulder. And as you inhale, open your left arm up into the sky. Wide across the chest, wide across the shoulders and the upper back. Solid and rooted through both legs. Tune in here, feel the breath, feel the body for just a few more moments. Take your final deep inhale breath like this. As you exhale, that top hand lowers down. Now again, solid base. Feel the legs on the earth. Get nice and strong as you start to lift your gaze. With your next inhale breath, arms raise up. High crescent lunge. With the arms engaged, can you still feel softness and space across the shoulders and the upper back? Feel light and expansive through your upper body. Building on this foundation, let's again inhale, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, squeeze, ring it through, and clasp with your other index finger on top. Gently draw the shoulder blades together. Feel that opening through the chest. Take a deep inhale. And exhale to fold. Humble crescent lunge. Bowing over that left thigh. Gently drawing the arms away from your lower back. Strong and dynamic breath to meet this strong and dynamic pose. Again, to transition, we're already rather low to the floor, so as you inhale, just lift the chest a bit, start to lower the arms down. As you exhale, feel the hands on the floor. Brief check-in in runner's lunge. Take a deep inhale breath here. As you exhale, optional vinyasa. Or just make your way straight back. Downward facing dog. take a few breaths there. Feel that sense of length in the spine, sense of activation through both arms and through both legs. Take a deep inhale breath through your nose. As you take a big exhale breath out your mouth, lower down to the knees, and rest in a child's pose. Let the energy settle. Let the breath slow down a bit. Feeling somewhat more calm, feeling somewhat more centered here. For the final phase of our sequence, let's make our way all the way onto our backs. So as you lie down, first setting up for bridge pose. So feet will be about hips width apart, knees will be bent, pointing up to the ceiling. Open the arms out nice and wide and feel again that sense of opening through the chest, as has been our main focus throughout the sequence. Now rooting down into the feet, and as you begin to engage, inhaling to lift the hips up, not just pressing, but feel as though you are pulling both heels towards the shoulders so that you activate the hamstrings, so that you activate the back of the legs. Now either staying like this, or one more time, you could walk the shoulders under, interlacing very much like that crescent lunge that we just did. Still a relatively strong breath here. Feel that expansion and contraction through the front of the body as you hold. Please take one more inhale breath here. Exhale, release the arms. Gradually lower down to the floor. Settle for a few moments. And do one more round while we're here. Feel the feet press down into the earth, legs engage. Inhale, lift the hips up, rising into that bridge pose. And remember, it's a pulling action more than simply a pressing action. Once you found yourself up here, consider walking the shoulders under, interlacing the hands. Deep, deep breath as you inhale. Feel that sense of expansion. As you exhale, feel a certain sense of softening. Feel a certain sense of letting go. Take a final deep inhale breath right here. Exhale to release the arms. Slowly lower down to the floor and feel the back settle. Feel the shoulders settle. And do an easy sway side to side, releasing the knees, releasing your hips a bit. From here now, let's cross our right ankle over the left knee, setting up for figure four, so the right toes are somewhat flexed. Find a big inhale breath right there. And as you exhale, thread the needle. You can hug over the left thigh or over the left shin. But just feel as you draw that left leg into the chest, you can create a counter release on your outer right hip. Breath getting gradually slower, but still feel it moving within the pose as things settle little by little here. Take a final inhale breath just like so. As you exhale, lower that left foot down. Now, as you open your arms out wide, cross your right leg completely on top of the left, so stacking the knees a little tighter. Take a deep inhale breath right there. And exhale, slowly roll over to your left. Maybe rest your left hand on the thigh, opening your right shoulder onto the floor, and nice easy breath through the whole right side body here. From here, slowly draw the knees into the middle. Unravel the cross of the legs. Maybe take a little sway side to side for a second. Set up your second half. Cross your left leg over the top of the right. Flex the toes a bit. Take a gentle inhale. As you exhale, hug the right thigh in, threading the needle, with the shoulders nice and soft. Feel that release on the outer left hip. Deep and slow breath. Take a final inhale breath right here. With a slow exhale, lower that right foot down and just shimmy that left leg so it's now completely on top of the right. Take your inhale breath right there. And with a slow exhale, rolling all the way onto your right side. Opening the left shoulder on the floor, you could rest your right hand onto the thigh and just feel that bit of release. Breathe through the side body there, each inhale expanding. Each exhale softening and settling a little bit. With your next slow inhale breath, wind your way into the middle. There, as you exhale, unravel across the legs. Consider shifting, moving a little bit just to kind of stir things up. And then from here, taking your time, as always, to set up final Shavasana. Extend the legs long on the floor. Open the arms out a bit wide, palms facing up. And close your eyes. So through Shavasana, we allow ourselves a moment to integrate all the effects of our practice. We allow the mind and body a chance to be that much more still, to be that much more quiet. So do just a final scan through head to toe and make sure there's no remaining tension, especially in the face and the jaw. Let the floor and your mat support you. And just one last time, as an act of complete surrender, we'll take a big inhale breath through the nose. Open up your mouth to exhale and let go completely. We'll linger here in quiet stillness for just a few minutes. So bringing some awareness back to your body, back to your breath. From there, introducing some small movements whenever you're ready to, slightly deepening the breath. From those movements, find your way onto your side and back up into a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. As you find this final comfortable seat, just as we did in the beginning, find a sense of presence, find a sense of awareness here where you are. And perhaps notice what your practice may have shifted through both the body and the mind. And finally, from here, we'll end with a short offering of metta, loving kindness. I'll say just a few words, and if the meaning of these words creates a connection for you, consider repeating the words internally to deepen that connection. So join hands in front of the heart. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings live with ease and freedom from suffering. And may we dedicate our practice for the benefit of all beings. And we bow. So thank you so very much for joining me for that 30-minute practice. As always, if you have any thoughts or questions, certainly let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, certainly give me a like. And finally, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be coming out with more practices like this each and every week.